Alrighty, we've almost made it. It's week 4 of the No Sugar Challenge here. So we've got a couple more days left. I hope you guys are all feeling awesome. We're just going to walk you through kind of, I guess, some of our experiences over the last month and what we have to look forward to moving into the new year. So this will be the last video that we make as part of the series, even though next Tuesday is still in January. What we're actually doing next Tuesday is the kind of reintegrating a healthy lifestyle talk in the office.
Yeah.
So if you guys have not signed up for that already, I'm going to try to find a QR code and put it up there. Not sure if that's helpful for you at all, but we'll also have the link in the email to that talk. So we're going to be talking about a bunch of really awesome stuff at that event. But before we talk about the event, let's just kind of walk through the last week. Anything that you noticed, any changes that you've made, things that you've found helpful over the last week?
I've definitely noticed that, well, I feel better, positive change, sleep better, just overall mental clarity better.
Yeah.
I am starting to have a little bit of like, now what do I make? Because I want to keep
Yeah.
the variety going. But I haven't run out of ideas entirely. So if you're feeling that way, you're not alone.
Yes.
How about you?
I traveled this weekend, which was definitely tough. It definitely took a lot more preparation, knowing that I was going to be on an airplane for a while, going to the airport. I was going to be in a different environment. The good news is I went to the Wellness Way up in Green Bay. They had a big student event up there, and it was catered by their awesome restaurant called The Pharmacy. So all
Nice.
the food they had for us the whole weekend was no sugar, which was awesome. So one of my favorite things I tried was these lentil tortillas,
Mm.
which were awesome.
Oh,
They made like a duck egg frittata thing in the morning, which was awesome. Tons of meat. And then we did like cauliflower rice bowls
mhm.
one night for dinner. So,
That's really good.
yes, I got very lucky. We ate Christy Flynn's cooking. So, for those of you who don't know, Dr. Patrick Flynn is the founder of The Wellness Way. His wife, Christy, is a phenomenal cook. And she's the one that has put together most of the recipes that are on the Wellness Way website. So, when you go to thewellnessway.com, upper right hand corner, when you click resources, drop down to recipes. There's like Christy Flynn's meatball and her lemon curd and her lemon curd, peanut butter pie, all that stuff. Those are all her recipes. So I got to try her peanut butter pie. She had a lemon
So
cheesecake
jealous.
that was no sugar approved. Their daughter Trinity made awesome chocolate chip cookies. So
Mhm.
we stayed no sugar, but we definitely didn't suffer.
Mhm.
So check out that website because a lot of those recipes are on there. And then just know moving forward that you don't have to use a bunch of sugar to make things taste good. And you can still make a lot of these awesome no sugar recipes even when you're not doing no sugar anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to kind of continuing this journey
Yeah,
past the 1 month and
yeah,
just how how addicted I was to sugar without realizing
yeah.
until I did this.
It's
So,
always funny to see how people come because
mhm.
they're so mad for the first couple of days because they feel
Mhm.
so bad.
Yeah.
And I always tell them, listen, most people tell me that they feel so good at the end of the month that they want to continue doing it. And now we're kind of getting to that point where we've made a lot of the changes. We're starting to get used to the lifestyle and it's not as hard
Mhm.
to keep going with it. But we don't have to stay super strict with no sugar. So that's what I'm going to talk about in the talk next Thursday. Again, we'll put a link in the email. We'll have a link in the comments if you're watching this directly on YouTube as well. But what we're going to talk about is how to have a healthy relationship with food and with weight loss because a lot of people have kind of these altered perceptions in their mind of what it takes to lose weight, cutting out all the calories, calories in, calories out, that type of stuff. Could not be further from the truth. So we're going to talk about how to frame that in your mind so that you can have a healthy relationship with food. We'll talk about intermittent fasting, 1 day fast, 3 day fast, who should do it, who should not do it, when we should do it, how often. We'll talk about how to maintain a lifestyle in other areas to help with sleep and all that type of stuff as well. Some of the dangers of refined sugar. I talked a little bit about that in my last talk, so we may just retouch on that just to give you a little bit more motivation going forward. And then we'll talk about when it's okay to eat carbs and sugar. So, no sugar obviously is pretty extreme. We cut that stuff out all the time. For the most part, we'll talk about living with more of a high protein, high fat type of a diet. But of course, there are times when you need to eat carbs, when carbs can be very beneficial. So we'll talk about what type of carbs you should be eating during those times, and then what are those times, things like that.
Yeah, how to reintroduce it.
Yes, exactly. So I hope to see you guys next January. As of right now, we've sold 17 tickets. Not sold, they're free, but we've got 17 tickets accounted for. We only have 25 available. 25 is even going to be pushing it. So let's pack the office out. Just make sure you grab that ticket ASAP because they are going to be gone and our office is not huge. So we'll try to accommodate as much as we can. But it is going to be a big crowd. So we look forward to seeing you guys there.
Yeah, and please bring any questions you may have, especially if you are continuing on after this month, which we hope you do. But we'd be happy to answer any questions, health and wellness related.
Yes. And one last thing before I forget, we are going to have Leo's Clean Kitchen there as well. So they came and brought us some food last week to show us their no sugar stuff that they were doing. It is awesome. And they're a meal prep company. So part of the healthy lifestyle is going to be how can we make it easy to get the nutrition and the food that we need. So Leo's Clean Kitchen wants to help make that as easy as possible for you. And they'll work with your food allergies. They'll work with your dietary restrictions to make sure that you can get everything that you need and nothing that you don't. And they are going to be offering samples at the end of the talk. So if you don't come, if you don't come for any other reason, come for the food. So look forward to seeing you guys next week. Again, this will be the last email that comes out for the No Sugar Challenge. We'll probably send another email out next week just reminding everybody about the talk. But thank you guys for staying on this journey with us. Hope you guys enjoy.
You're doing amazing.
Yes.
And we look forward to seeing you next week.
Yep, absolutely. Take care.